Praise and power all. This is a moment of harmony. Today we are having a beautiful moment of harmony because I have my apprentice here. She's up in here interning on this whole like loving life and saving lives thing. So she's going to be having a moment with us. Let us all pray. Okay. Um, we are here for an extraordinarily amazing moment of harmony, and I say that because I definitely have my little one joining me, and I also say that because I've had one of the best weeks I've had in a really long time. I've had a lot of success, a lot of love, a lot of overflow this week, and I am so excited because that always makes me better at what I do. So I'm super excited for us to get up into this moment today. Hi, who is that? That's Mama Sakurta. Say hi, hi, Mama Tay, and Shireen, and Baba Pudge, and all the love. Please send our love. Yes, look who joined us right on your day. That's crazy. So definitely, I know when we watch later, when we tune in, and we're in the playback. The playbacks, everyone can't see the chats, and so the chats just be bumping, but I'm always going to be giving love in the chats, and the chats always give love back. So we're here. Yes, she's giving all the kisses. Yes. So we are so excited. I am so ready for us to get into such a productive manifesting moments series and section today. I want to first give much love and shout out to the Jeffersons in Japan. They're probably tuning in from Japan because my family is like that. They're incredible. Shout out to all my family, aunts, cousins, siblings. I love you guys.
Mom.
Yep, my mother. Definitely my mother. I was gonna get into her a little bit later today.
Dad.
Okay, but you have to. Come on, come on now. We're live. Don't stop monkeying around. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's be. Hey, Mr. Carter.
Hey, Mr. Carter.
Yes, the co-star is back. She is apprenticing. Okay, she is my intern today. She is getting all the skills on this living life, loving life type of thing. Um, and I'm here for it. I was fighting it for a minute, but she is not gonna let it go. And today she's the only little in the house. Everyone else has so many things to do. She is my youngest baby, so she's with me a lot. And it's crazy how life works because of all of my children, I do feel like this baby here is gonna be the one that does the work in the lane of what I'm doing. So I'm letting her. I'm letting her in. You know what I'm saying? So yes, peace, peace, peace. We love you.
Peace.
Yeah, Mama Tay says she got something. She's got to go do a meditation. She'll be right back. But we love her, and we'll see her when she gets back. Okay.
See you when you get back.
We are going to get all up into this moment today. I'm ready to have an extraordinarily amazing moment. So let's get into it. We have been manifesting moments here. We are in almost a year series, actually. It really kind of adds out to be about the same as the 42 laws of Maya. It is about 42 weeks itself. Yeah. But we are in a manifestation moments. We are manifesting moments, and we are in a manifestation moments series. We are in my last year of my 30s, and I have declared that the last year of a lot of things. And so we are moving forward into manifesting more. We are going to be seeing miracles in our upcoming year and everything that we're doing now because we're about to put some good intention into getting some great, great things going on in life. So you guys are journeying with me in the last year of my 30s, but it is also the last year of a lot of things for you. I want you to put that in the comments down below. It is the last year of what? Because we are pushing it out and we are bringing in more. So we have been manifesting all the way up until February the 7th, which is the day after my 40th birthday. And we are going to be in this whole ride together. It's going to be a year of manifesting, y'all. I hope you're excited because I'm super duper excited. Now, my co-host is going to get in on some of the things today, but I do have to set things up because I know how she works. She's 6. She's about to get real bored in 2 seconds. Oh, you good? Okay, girl. Okay, girl. So, today's episode is entitled More Than Breathing. We've been working out of this phenomenal calendar book of The Secret. Okay, The Secrets. We've been working out of that because I am working with manifesting and the laws of attraction and all of the entire series by Rhonda Burns or Byron. I don't know why I can't get that woman's last name right. Why I don't keep doing that?
Just call.
Okay, we're getting everything together. So we're working out of that. We have our excerpts that we're going to read at every manifesting uh, episode, and then the moment is loosely based around the excerpt that we're reading. So we're going through this entire calendar all the way up into the door, and we're going to pull out all the components of manifesting that we want to harness, hone, and work hard in. Now, manifesting is all about to oh cool yes not only read it we now we talking about Matei the movie the documentary like all of that man I've been let me tell you great things have been happening okay I'm exploding with joy
Like
and
I
some like
have.
the joy that you're scared to have so much joy like that type of joy because so many beautiful things have been happening and I just feel like we just got to keep doing our work you know what I'm saying all we have to do is do our work now the series that we're in is entitled manifestation moments and manifesting is when you create things or draw things actually you can't do the jumping you draw things ashe you
Ashay.
draw things into your life that you want that you need that you deserve but you do it with your mind and your heart and your belief and your faith so what do you have to say to the people about like some when you really really want something? How do you what do you say to yourself to help you get what it is you really want?
Uh, say,
Oh, oh, baby talk. Oh no. Oh no.
say, can I please hold that toy for 1 minute? I'll give it back.
What about if it's not something that someone else has? Like what if you don't see it? So like if you see your best friend Treasure hold a toy, then you might want her toy and you can ask her. Or you may see one of your siblings eating something and you want some of that and you can ask. What if you want something that you don't see? It's not right in front of you. You can't touch it. And it's just in your heart. It's just in your heart that you want it. How what would you say to yourself about getting that?
Um, Alright.
Girl. Okay, let's
I
put
can say that I can say I get it next time if I have enough love.
Okay, so you said maybe next time. So what beautiful is saying is like I don't have it. It's only in my heart. So maybe I'll just wait until I have an opportunity to get it another time. What she's thinking and what she's saying, a lot of us do when it comes to things that we want and we desire in the deepest, most purest depths of ourselves. The things that we really, really are longing for, the things that our soul is crying out for. Shout out to the doc, right? All of the things that we really, 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 really want. We oftentimes will just be like, you know, maybe next lifetime. Not for us, not for me. We start to get into these places and routines and the rigmarole of living that we begin to stunt a very divine powerful energy within self to draw in the greatest joys of your life. We stop believing that it's necessarily possible and we just start waiting for it to happen. And so we're going to get into that a lot today with life. Whoa, man. With life being more than breathing. This life is more than just hoping and wishing. This life is more than just waiting and treading. This life is more than sitting on top of your hands and biting your tongue. This is a glorious and extraordinary life. It has the extreme possibilities to be that way. And we have to know how we operate in it to manifest, to grow, to create, to expand into those spaces. And we're going to work all up in that today with a moment of harmony, right?
With the moment of harmony, a moment of beautiful.
Yes. So today's episode is entitled More Than Breathing. Can you say that?
So today's episode is more than breathing.
More than breathing. Ah, Mama Tay put it in. Mama Sakarta. More than breathing. So I'm going to read the excerpt um, out of the secret calendar that I have here, right? And this excerpt is on living life. And that's what today's moment is going to be about. Living this life, child, getting all up in it. Guess who's here? Mama New.
Hello.
Mama New. And probably Anani's with her. So we started out sharing. We got a shout out to Nani. Okay. Now, so getting all up. Let me get a little bit closer because I feel like you're pushing me further and further away from the screen. Okay. So I'm going to read the excerpt like we do every Saturday doing and what we do every moment. Are you trying to read with me? Okay. Let's do it. You see a word that you know. I'm going to pause. Okay. The secret contains.
The secret thing.
Okay. Let's do this. Give me 1 second. Let me read it real quick so I know everyone has it. And then I'm going to point out a couple of words that you can read for me. Okay. So let me do it first. Like we do with our bedtime stories when we do shadow reading, right? You read after me. Okay. Let me do this part. So, the secret contains clear principles on how to live your life in accordance with the natural laws of the universe. And the most important thing for any person to do is to live it. You can only become the master of your life by living it. Duh, right? As we travel through a year of teaching, the clarity, understanding, and wisdom you receive every day will help you live the laws that govern human beings so you may truly become the master of your life. May the joy be with you. Okay? And that's what, so you're going to, let me see a word you can read for us all today. Can you read, you know that word? What's that one?
That
You know this word?
one.
There you go, you know that one.
2.
Let me see. That one you might have to sign out. That's the Y.
B.
That's an A. Oh, it's a written weird. That's the word is any.
Any.
What about this one? Okay. That's two.
Down.
Mm-hmm. It's only 2 letters. You got that one. Come on here, girl. We live. Okay. All right. Don't see. Want to read the stuff? Okay. So
I don't know.
Oh yeah, look, Mama New says she is doing a walk. Okay, go ahead, Mama New, out here living life. Live this life. And then we got Rach. We have Mama Rachel. Hey, Rach. Right? Hey, PL3 is on the line too. What I know he is. Okay, now, so we are getting into what in this excerpt, what it just mentioned is talking about the only way to master life is to live it. There is no other way for us to get out here and become our best and greatest selves. There is no other way for us to get in and understand all the nooks and crannies of this thing called life if we don't go out and get all up into it. There are so many ways that we are in this life alive and not living. And that's why today's episode is entitled More Than Breathing. There are so many ways that we are in this life and we are alive and not living, and we want to produce more, but we aren't living. Only life can come from life. We all know how life is produced. A very divine and passionate exchange is what creates life. A very divine, passionate exchange. That's how we all got here, okay? That's how all these people got here. And the thing is, that is how we are going to continue to produce, how we're going to continue to procreate the greatness and the greatest parts of our lives. A very divine, passionate exchange, okay? And we want to get into that when we get into life because many of us are not living life as a divine and passionate exchange. We're not in here in the give and take and the ebb and flow of creation. And we want to change that. We're changing that today, right? You weren't doing any of this before you got live, girl. You nervous? Okay, well, calm it. Calm it. Okay, so the first part that we're gonna get into today, there's a number that we're gonna get into legal death. We're gonna get into mastering life, and we're going to get into having a place to pull things. Okay, so the first part of this moment that we're getting into for more than breathing is legal death. Can you say legal death?
Legal death.
Legal death. Now, there's a medical definition for legal death when someone is legally determined deceased, meaning they may put them on, monitors, or they may put them on a life support, but legally declared dead, there are two things that cannot be happening. And the first one is that there has to be no heartbeat and there has to be no brain function. This is all it takes for legal death. And I'm bringing this up today, not for anything morbid or sad or depressing. I'm bringing it up today because I want us all to be able to measure ourselves as it pertains to legal death, meaning you can still be here. There may still be some other types of functions going on, but if the heart and the brain, if the heart is not beating and the brain is not functioning, you legally can be declared dead. Now, it doesn't say if you're unresponsive, it doesn't say if you're unconscious, right? Because life beat life in. And there are a lot of times when we slow down in this life. There are a lot of times when we retreat in this life. There are a lot of times when we pull ourselves inside in order to do some internal work. So it's not saying that's not what is the declaring of death. And a lot of us feel like you might not be making it, you might not be doing too well. A lot of us feel like you might be holding on a last string. But I'm going to tell you one thing, if your heart is beating and your brain is functioning, you are still here. Now, a lot of times in this society, right, we're talking about a capitalistic society, we're talking about a society of deception, we're talking about a society of supremacy and control, we're talking about anti-moralistic society, right? We're talking about a society that does not thrive in individuals thriving, is what I'm saying. If you live right, if you live in a society where you cannot thrive in a where if you live in a society where if you're thriving, the society doesn't thrive, what has to happen in order for things to be functioning well around you, right? You have to be at some level of a death, a spiritual death, an emotional death, a death of faith, right? These things are going to have to go because if you are thriving, then these things are present. These things are well, right? So we have to, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have to, Mama Rachel said, great job, beautiful. Oh my goodness. So we have to make sure that we are being cognizant of what is called upon us in this society, ma'am, bring it in. What is being, what we should be cognizant of in this society in order for us to be well, right? So, the first thing, when it says that legal death is predicated upon these two components, no heartbeat, no brain function. Give me 2 seconds. No heartbeat. Meaning, how often is this society perpetuating, influencing, pushing the lack of love, a lack of feeling, a lack of care, a lack of sharing, you know, to each his own and to mind your, well, I actually do love to each his own, but only as it pertains to us being collaborative and cohesive. So, but just these types of mindsets around just like turning off our sensitivities to one another, minding our business and not connecting. We are in a what is it? We're in a society of like gender fluidness and not tuning into one thing or another per se. Just being open, just being out there, situationships and what is it? I'm trying to think of the term when children get to like 17 years old and then they what is it? Legally separate from their parents. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it's escaping me right now. That's gonna drive me crazy for the rest of the day. But there's some
like
children that can afford to take care of themselves, but they're too young to be adults, and they will go and
get separated from the parents and move into their own house to make money.
Right. Even though they're still young, even though they still need their parents, but that's being pushed. Emancipation of a minor. It's right in that lane, Rach. Thank you so much. So we get to that point where these things that take the heart out of the situation, putting our elders in old folks' homes and focusing on a nucleus family, having terms like a nucleus family. These are the things that take the heart out of life, that takes the love out of life, that takes the connecting, that takes the centeredness. Man, please stop. Out of life. And then the no brain function, right? Being taught that we should not think for ourselves, right? Being taught that these are the standards for success, and if you don't measure up to these standards, then you are not successful. Having someone create a standard for you, having someone examine for you, having someone define and determine for you. These are legal death. These are the predicators of legal death, and these are literally what's being put on us. And I'm just talking collectively, socially, and generally. I haven't even gotten into the ways that we stop the love flow, we stop the heart chakra, we stop the brain chakra in our existence, in our personal lives. But we want more. We are always talking about what we need. We are always talking about what we want. And we're shutting down the life force and the life source of self. But we think we're going to keep creating. We're not going to keep creating anything but chaos if we continue to subscribe to legal death. Right? Now, what were you going to say? Because you had something you wanted to say, but I wanted to get that thought out really quickly. Did you forget? What were you going to say?
I was gonna say that if you have a brain thingy, you gotta go hospital.
If you have a brain thingy, you need to go to the hospital. Bars. If you have a brain, if something is going on with your brain,
Brain fluctuate.
you need help, right? We need help.
Else you won't get to live long.
Huh? Or else you won't get to live long, girl. You better say it. Get help or you won't live long, right? Okay. Now, so when we talk about illegal death, I want us to be able to focus on how there are many ways to die without dying. Or let me say, there are many ways to die without being dead. And there are many ways to live without being alive. I'm going to say that again. There are many ways to die without being dead. And there are many ways to live without being alive. And we have to, when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to getting what we need, we have to do more than breathing, right?
Yeah,
okay.
More than breathing.
I was talking to my dad a while ago. Maybe last week. It wasn't too long ago. I was talking to my dad, and we were talking about health, and we were talking about just being healthy and growing older and making better choices for ourselves and our lives. And I was joking with my dad because, of course, as we're getting older, my siblings and I, yes, she said, you're doing so good. Mama New said, you're doing so good. Nothing but bars, beautiful. Um, so she said, beautiful bars, hashtag. Ooh. Okay. Okay, girl. So, so we were talking about many times as we're becoming adults, I am looking to my parents as things are changing for me, as things are happening for me, and I'm asking them about just their health journey and their growing journey, their evolution journey, or their evolutionary journey, because I'm evolving. And so why am I up in here trying to reinvent the wheel when there are things I know I can focus on and look at too, and let me look at these people I'm made out of, right? Or made from. So I was talking to my dad, and we were talking about different things when it comes to health and how things changed, and when some things changed for him.
I know.
In his life. Give me 1 second. And how some things changed in his life. And we were joking about my brother. We're all my dad's oldest children. I'll say that the three oldest of us. We all are coming up on the end of our 30s. Whew. Okay, we're all coming up on the end of our 30s, and so we're all having more health conscious conversations. And we always joke, my brother Jazz. Shout out to Uncle Jazz.
Shout out to Uncle Jazz.
He's the best uncle ever. Him and Uncle Will, they got it down, right? So, we talk about, well, my brother Jazz, we're always joking him about just being healthier because, my dad has been diagnosed with diabetes. My dad has had some vision issues. There's been some things, and my parents are still kind of young, so I'm just like, we talk amongst ourselves about just, what we should be paying attention to. So me and my sister, Jazz having two older sisters, we're always on his behind, and we're just like, he's a truck driver, so he's a sedentary lifestyle. He loves to eat a certain way, and truck driver lifestyle through and through. So we're always on him about, boy, you young. If you want to be healthy, you want to be vibrant, you want to be well, you got to do this, this, and that. Like, we're always on his case. Harmony and Cherish just have never left Jazz's case. Sorry, Jazz. Um, and Jazz always says this: you got to die somehow. When we tell him, like, stop eating chocolate cake every day, um, just like, have things. Don't indulge. Don't overdo it. And his thing is like, you gotta die someday. He can spend hours on a video game, and it's like, did you work out today? Did you walk today? Did you get out that truck today? And he'll just be like, you gotta die sometimes. Better die happy. Gotta die sometimes. Better die happy, right? And my dad said this. He said, he used to think the same way. This is why it's so important for us to be talking to each other, right? Our elders in our community. But my dad said he used to think the same way my brother thinks, his only son. And he said, but tell your brother this the next time he says that. You have to go to the bathroom. Go ahead, do your thing, Slim. He said, tell your brother this the next time comes to that conclusion that he YOLO because you have to die someday. You might as well die happy. He was saying you don't have to die to be miserable, right? So he's saying you can still be alive and not be able to see. You can still be alive and have amputations. You can still be alive and need constant medical attention or service or attentiveness. He was saying it's very dangerous because he thought the same way. He said that's a very dangerous way for your brother to think that he's just going to go hard and then die. And that's not what's going to happen. He's going to go hard and then he's going to live hard and then he's going to die. And my thing is, you know what? I've never ever said that back to him. I always say, when Jazz says that you gotta die sometimes, I always say it don't have to be right now. But I never think to tell him, hey, you could not die and suffer. And a lot of us are dealing with that. Yes, not looking into the long term. You're right, Matt. Everyone's not looking into the long term. And so my thing is, when it comes to this legal death and the spiritual component to this legal death aspect, I am saying that you can die and not be dead, have no dignity, have no integrity, the things that mean the most to you, your art, your talents. You can have all of these things and um, not be and still be breathing, right? And how we're defining life when we're living it is causing us not to be alive while we're in it. How we are defining life while we're living it is causing us not to be alive while we're in it, baby. So, yep. So you don't have to sit here the whole time. I told you when you asked to come, you can come as long as you need, but you do have to be quiet because I still need Mommy Mercy. Okay. Okay. Are you sleepy? Okay. So so you don't have to. And the same thing with living. You can be in here getting things that you like, having all of the functions of life, meaning, you are sleeping, you are aging, you are eliminating waste, you are reproducing, these type of things. You can have the functions of life and not be alive, not have vibrancy, not have spiritual illumination, not be enlightened or empowered, and you will be saying, I'm living life, right? And where is your life source? What are you tapping into? So again, just like you can suffer in life, you can soar in life. And those extremes are real for us. Those extremes, and a lot of us feel like, no, girl, I got a good job, I'm in a good relationship, my children are doing fine, and so is life. You are functioning. You are a responsible adult who can pay bills and maintain resources. You are a social creature who can maintain connections and relationships. But are you living this life? Are you loving it? Are you understanding it? Are you growing within it? Are you functioning? You can be alive. You can be living. What did I say? There are many ways to live without being alive. and we are victims of that here in this society, in this life. And I want us to stop. Yes, thriving. Mama New said thriving. I want us to be able to put our to that because we are wanting more.
Mommy, Mr. Carter.
Yep, I see Mr. Carter right there. I see what he said. But excuse me, we are wanting more. We are desiring more. Our hearts are opening up for more, and we are not bringing in more because we aren't doing more. And so we're gonna get into more of that even today. So you playing in your mouth. So I would like to know when we talk about sometimes living life but not being it's not the best version of your life. What do you think about that? Like you're in here living life. You know what I'm saying? You go to school, you do homework, but when okay, but what makes you feel like the best part of yourself? You feel like your best self when you're doing what?
Uh, spend time with you.
Oh, girl. She try to stay on the moment. She try not to get kicked off the moment. Y'all don't be fooled by no, I'm joking. No, spending time with you makes me very, very happy too. And that's a big part of being alive. Having live connections, being connected to your emotions and things that really mean the most. So we're gonna get into so again, just the quick Mama Niece said, oh, the quick recap when we're talking about manifesting, we must keep in mind that life is more than breathing. We must not be distracted. We must not be dismayed, um, and or just pulled away. Man, we're not reading things as they come in because we're live. We must not be pulled away from the center of existence, from the core of selves for what we came here for and what we came to accomplish and the possibilities that are here for us, the possibilities that await us. There are so many wonderful things that exist at the same time that you exist. And we talked about this at the last moment. Why be here at the same time that all of the abundance in your life exists? I mean, the mansion that you want, it's a real thing. These are tangible things. The career that exists means that it's here. It's real. It's a thing. It's not make believe. It's here, right? So that mansion, those connections, your health, the body that you want, the mind that you want, the friendships, the circles, everything that we want, even as a people, the freedoms and the liberties and the respects that we want, it exists. Why would you ever leave this physical realm knowing that you existed the same time as your greatest desires and you never had them? You never sought after them. You never obtained them. You never touched them. You never tasted them. You were here when they were here and you never got close. That is not living. That is not living. That is breathing. You breathe, you eat food, you change clothes, and you wake up and you go to sleep. And that is not the thriving magnitude that brings in the highest operations of self. You are not going to bring in the highest operating at your most basic level of being, ma'am, right? You're not going to do that. So now that brings us into our second point, which is mastering life. So we all are going to understand we don't want a legal death. I don't want a life that my heart doesn't explode every day. I don't want a life that my cup doesn't run over in all areas of my life. I'm not sitting up here saying that I'm alive. I think who said that? Nicki Minaj. To live doesn't mean you're alive, right? And I can have this moment for life. Oh, this moment for life. Ah, look at that. Ding. Um, but I don't want a life where the heart is not functioning at its highest. When you put the monitor up to my heart, I want it to say that I'm alive. She's living. When you look at my brain function, my brain activity, I want it to say that she's thinking, she's creating, she's building, she's what is it? I want to say telepathic, but what is it? She's pulling and pouring. She's gravitating, right? Her brain is working and she is alive. She isn't being told what to do or who to be or how to be. No one's telling her if she's beautiful. No one's telling her if she's good enough. There's no one defining for her. There's no one thinking for her. There's no one resolving for her. Alive. So when we say that I am not subscribing to a legal death, you won't stop the way that my heart flows and you won't stop the way that my brain grows or glows, then you know what? I have then transcended into a space of thriving. Like Mama Nu said, we have transcended into a space of thriving. So once we've done that, we are ready to master life. You cannot master life, like the excerpt said that we started at the beginning of the moment, until you start to live it, until you are living it. So, everybody in here that wants to be in a master class of self, got to start living this thing. You have to start being intentional about this thing. Have to start having the morning routines that make you your best version of yourself, that cause you to go into the greatest depths of yourself. You have to start feeling this life and stop being afraid to feel this life. You have to start over. You have to try again. You have to recalibrate. You have to redraw and restructure. Right? Live this thing. If you want to get into the master class itself, you got to get into it. So now our second point is a mastering life. Mastering this life. When we talk about mastering life, B, we're talking about like instead of just being in life, going and seeing how things are going to turn out, but you understand that you are the driver of your life. You are the things that are a part of your life that you don't like, you are driving that. The things that are a part of the life that you do like, you are driving that. What kind of things do you feel like you make happen in your life? Girl, where is all your light today? You tired, girl. You tired on a Saturday morning. Why do you want to be a part of a beautiful moment of harmony and you gonna be just sitting over there biting your nails? You just wanted to sit with me. I am convinced that you just wanted to sit in the chair with me. You didn't really want to co-host today.
I did.
Okay, so.
So I think I well, wait,
You tired, girl. You tired. You wasn't trying to read. You not following. You can just sit here if you want. It's okay. I said, what kind of things in your life make you feel? What do you feel like in your life that you're making happen in your life?
helping you with cooking, doing dishes with you, and the moments, and
We do dishes, moments, cooking.
helping you clean up.
You think those are things you're making happen for yourself? How do those things make you feel when we're doing those things? We cooking and we momenting and we are. Would you say cleaning? Don't they make you feel what about your own life?
Happy.
They make you feel happy. Okay, they got you got some purpose up in yourself, right? Okay, so thank you, B. Okay, so when it comes to mastering this life, all right, the divine alignment is as above, so below, as within, so without. That's divine alignment. One of the most major things that keeps us from manifesting more is that we operate in the below. We have what I'm dubbing today as the below standard. As above is your spiritual heightenedness. It is the higher level of operation. It is your supremacy. It is your divinity. It is your thought, mind, body, heart, soul alignment, right? Um, and so we say, as above, so below. What is happening in my psyche, what is happening in my spirit, what is happening in my mental, when we begin to plan things, right? There are things that I have yet to actually accomplish, but they are alive and real in my heart. There's intention towards them, there is drive towards them, there is desire towards them. And now I'm just waiting on the alignment of the below, right? I have already given hope, love, faith, and energy to this component, and now I'm waiting for the physical alignment to take place so that this is an actualization. So for divine alignment, as above, so below. Many of us miss the mastering mark. We miss the mastering mark because we get stuck at the below standard. And for many of us, we're just like, I don't be in a below standard, right? No, I'm always thinking big. What Mary say, my faith ain't never small. We get into these things, and I want to tell you how we do. I'm going to just show you real quick how we do. We live in a life that requires that we work to produce. It requires that we work for success. And so we are in a constant, perpetual cycle of work and production, work and production, work and production. Success driven, success oriented, success minded. That is what we're applied for here in this society. That is what we're rewarded for. There's a saying that your salary is what you get paid to sell your dreams. You know, is what you get paid for your in order for them to own your dreams and things to that nature. We live in that. That's capital, right? That's capitalism at its finest. So we live in that. We work in that. Literally, many of us do not make moves because we need a certain type of capital and experience behind the moves we want to make. So we put a lot of attention into making physical moves, making material moves, making resourceful moves. Not a bad thing, right? This is not a bad thing, but what it is an unbalanced thing. It's not balanced, and it's not going to get us where we have to go. We say someone is successful because of what school they attended, what accomplishments they have, how long they've been married, how many children they have, how many bedrooms are in their house, how many cars that they own. We're talking about the quantifying of existence. There's a quantifying that happens here that causes you to be stuck in the below standard. And what I mean by that is that in the life you function in the physical of it, this is the as above, so below. And yep, in the below portion of it, you must make money. In the below portion of it, you must what is it? Be in this rat race. You must be productive in the rat race. In the below portion of it, you must have a piece of the pie. In the below portion of it, you must keep up with the Joneses, right? Okay. What if? So here's the thing. That's our physical experience. But spiritually, that is not what we came here for. That's not what feeds us, and that's not what makes us spiritually successful. So what happens when we are spending our 24 hours all up in maintaining the below? We become deficient in the above. And we cannot master life if we have not merged the two. So I often think, yeah, we might be killing it down here. You're doing good. People say that, oh, you're doing good. I'm looking at you on Facebook. I'm watching what you have. I'm watching what you have obtained. And I'm saying whether or not you're doing good or bad. I haven't checked your spirit. I haven't checked your integrity. I haven't sat in your energy, but I dubbed you as doing good or bad. This is the below standard. And many of us are operating in a below standard and wondering why our lives are below standard. Okay? So, what if we get to glory? We make it to Judgment Day. Our heart needs to be light as a feather. And we've never done the heart work. Remember, legal death. We've never lightened the heart. We've done the bank account work. We've done the credentialing work. We've done the upgrading work. But we've never done the heart work. And what if the Creator says, that energy source, however you believe that's going to speak to you, however you believe the balance of life is measured at that point of graduation into the spirit realm, what if that point says, but what did you do for your spirit? So we see all the gains you made for your body, for your flesh, for your material. But what did you do for the above? And you say, well, look, I was a doctor for 35 years, and I was a mother for 56 years, and I was a wife for this many years, and I'm coming to bring that to glory, right? I'm coming to get a spiritual applause on physical achievements. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't take mind, body, and spirit to achieve the things that we are doing here. But what I am saying is that many times we backseat and we do not align the spirit with what it is we are bringing and manifesting and cultivating in our lives. We get down in our luck, we get down in the dumps, and then we focus on upbuilding the spirit. We have disappointment. Look at grandmother's here. Hi, mother. We get down on our spirits. We get down, and then we say, "Lift my." I need. We even use that language. I need something to lift my spirits. Well, my question is, why are your spirits low? Why is your spirit low? Why do you need something to lift your spirit? Why do you need something to stabilize your spirit? Race first. A baby for Hodie. Can you say baby for Hodie? This says race first. That could be a number of people. It could be Bob Imhotep. It could be Bob Takare. It could be, and so we love you, whoever you are, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Race first. A BB for Hodie. Our spirits are low, and we need things to up. I thought about you too. It's brother Davon T. And I thought about DJ Unique, but I was like, don't go all the way there, right? I was like, you about to list 5 people, but you're right. It's our brother from another mother. Say peace, King. Okay, so why are your spirits low in the first place? Right? Because you are living in the below standard. You are going from the beginning of your day to the end of your day in a standard of self that is not spiritual. You are going from the beginning of your day to the end of your day in a standard of self that is not spiritual. And so when we talk about how can you master life when you have only one lane of self mastered? You only exercise in one lane of life. You only create in one lane of life. You only achieve in one lane. As above, so below means simultaneous, holistic, harmonious, ding, victory. Right? And we, a lot of times, this society pays us or punishes us, oppresses us into giving up the as above. What if I told you today in our manifesting moments at a moment of harmony that the only way to get above is to operate in the as above? Can you say that? Let me hear you say that. Only way to get above is to operate in the as above. That's the only way, okay? But we're not meant to get above, okay? This is why we are getting paid to give up the as above. Because if we love ourselves, if we seek ourselves, if we grow ourselves, if we know that I don't have to sell my soul and my spirit for the mansion, for the physical things, I don't have to die on this field, and I don't have to give up. All I have to do is be the divinity that I'm seeking, and all that is befitting of my castle will be mine. If I knew that and I drew that, then how do 1% stay where they stay, right? How do we stay in a have and a have not? How do we stay in inferiority and superiority? We are operating in spirit and spirit only. We're not worried about superiority complexes. We're not worried about superficial accomplishments and exceedings. This is the below standard that everyone wants you to subscribe to stamp to live by. And it does not work for you. We're saying not anymore, not in our manifesting moments. We are manifesting last year of a lot of things. This is the last year that we subscribe to ideals that are below and beneath us. This is the last year that we say I'm going to do this thing because it's getting my kids through college or it's keeping the lights on. We're going to turn our lights on to keep our lights on. That's what we're going to do now. That's what we're turned into now. That's what we're going into now. It's the last year of the below standard. Can you say last year of the below standard?
Last year of the below
It's
standard.
the last year of the below standard. If there was no need to make money, if there was no need, meaning like I would have a house because I need a house, because I can build a house. If there was no need to have a salary, meaning that if I wanted to get on a plane because planes exist and I could fly on a plane and I could barter and I could create and we could, if there was no need for capital, who would I be? What would I be doing? What would be the goal of my life? What would my vision be? There's so many times we turn away from our gifts and our talents because I can't make money doing that. Oh my gosh. Oh, the below standard. I can't make money saving lives. I can't make money singing beautifully. I can't make money with my art, with my God given gifts and talents. It doesn't pay the bills. What doesn't pay the bills builds your spirit, though. Right? In this existence, that which doesn't pay the bill oftentimes builds your spirits. And we have people out here willing to do all types of buffoonery and shenanigans to pay their bills, pretend to fight and pick up. I was watching Jess Hilarious interview on Club Shay Shay the other day. And she was talking about how in real life she don't really be roasting people. She doesn't really want like the beef that she has with other celebrities. But it gets her notoriety and it gets her celebritism that she is just with the mess. And my thing is like that which doesn't pays the bills often lifts the spirit, often pays the spirit. And so, do we forget one without the other? No, I'm not saying be a homeless person. Hey, whoa, what kind of show is this? Put that leg down. I'm not saying be a homeless person out on the street begging for money because you want to play the violin. What I'm saying is, in order to master life, we must master the merge. We must master the merge of as above, so below. Yes, I have to get these coins, but I also have to get this culture. Yes, I must be in my bag, but I also must be in my best. Yes, I have to have a vehicle, but I also must be a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to merge in order to master. And because we want more, we want to bring in more, we want to have more, but we are not being more. We are not being more. Yes, you got to get up an hour earlier to build the best parts of yourself. Yes, you have to go to bed an hour later to be to create in your spirit what you've been creating 8 hours in your physical. I'm saying Nike, just do it. Just do it because you're not mastering. You're not coming up out of that job that you say you're only going to work for 10 years. You're not going to come up out of the restraints of the experience that you said, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to come. Watch and see how capitalism keeps you restrained to the order in which you have started in this reality. Oh, you just going to be a teacher one day. Okay. You're just gonna be a musician one day. You're just gonna be a pianist one day. I guess that's the same. You're gonna be a gymnast one day, right? You're just gonna start that team one day. No, that's not how capitalism works at all. They're gonna keep denying you don't have any experience. It's the setup of the lifetime, and even more than a setup, it's a spiritual setback, right? So it's like no. We give you 20 years of experience in this, and this is the only job you can ever have. This is the only thing you'll ever qualify for. And I am here to tell you that if you qualify your spirit, no one can ever unqualify you for any dream or vision you have for yourself. But you have to go out here and say, I'm qualified, I've built, I've qualified because I've been resistant. I've been resilient. I've qualified because I've strengthened. I'm qualified because I am I've toiled. I've paid. I've pushed. I've placed. I've created. So I'm qualifying my spirit so that I am not seeking the qualifications of the physical. There are many people where a door opens up for them in a lane that didn't seem to be the lane they were walking in, because the lane they were walking in wasn't the lane that they were praying in, right? It wasn't the lane that they were working in. It wasn't the lane that they were working on. And then one day it just seems like the sky opens up and the opportunity presents itself for your greater, for your better, for your more. But I want to tell you that no, one day the sky doesn't just open up. One day you open up. It's you. One day you open up. And then your life opens up. And then the sky. And then Gianyame. And then the sky opens up. There is no miracle that falls out of the sky. There are only miracles produced within you. Can you say that, Bobby? No miracle.
No miracle.
Falls out of the sky.
No miracle falls out of the sky.
All miracles are produced within you. You are source energy.
Source energy.
Shout out to Abram Hicks. You are source energy. Right? Okay, put them feet down. We doing a show. Listen, it is a monkey on my show today. Goodness. Feet and arms and what is happening? I need a banana. Okay. Mastering life. To master the life, you must master the merge. I think we did that one. We got that point done, right? Last point, because we're actually running out of time on this moment. Last point. Yes, Harmony. I have gotten to the point where I'm going to be more than a heartbeat. I choose to be more than a heartbeat. I choose to be more than vital signs, okay? I'm not going to be legally dead. I gotten to that point. And because I've walked out of just the routine and rigmarole of life, getting up, getting down, washing clothes, getting dressed, watching a TV show, resting, working, and starting it all over the next day. Because I'm deciding to be more than a heartbeat, because I'm deciding on a life that's more than breathing, I am now ready to graduate into mastering this life, right? I'm ready to master the merge of my spiritual desires, the deepest, the biggest, the most worthy side of myself. I am mastering the merge. And now that thank you, Boo Boo, and now that I'm mastering the merge, I can manifest. Isn't this what we've been waiting for the whole moment? Y'all was like, girl, when you gonna get to the manifesting part? Because it is a manifesting moment, right? Here's the manifesting part, okay? Now that I've mastered the merge, I am ready to manifest more. You will not pull that which cannot be placed. You're not going to pull in. We talked about this in the last moment. Manifesting more starts with doing more. So I'm not going to pull into myself, my mind, body, heart, soul, spirit. This is a magnetic energy. I am always pulling experiences towards myself. I am only, let me say always, because maybe always just seems a little, fun and fruitful and, you know, I am only pulling experiences towards myself. That's what you're literally doing every beautiful, amazing grace. That's what you are literally doing at every moment of your existence, is pulling in experiences. Experience after experience. I mean, at the traffic light, on the highway, at the grocery store, at work, on the FaceTime, on the Zoom call, at home with the children. You are pulling in experiences. You cannot pull in what cannot be placed. You will not pull anything in. You are this magnetic energy of mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit. Mind, body, and soul. This divinely magnetic energy can only pull what you have a place for in your life. So if you keep pulling half and that experiences, it's because you are only half that filled. You get what I'm saying? You are only half ready for what you're asking for. You're only a quarter ready. You're only partially ready for what it is that you need. You again, I'm pulling in a mansion, but I'm thinking like an apartment renter, right? I'm trying to pull in a Lamborghini, but I got a hoopty mindset. I doubt, I fear, I frustrate easily. I lack patience, I lack purpose, I lack intention, but I want more. Come on now, equation. This is universal math. One of these things is not like the other. You cannot pull in anything that you do not have a place for. And you can just as wish and a hope and a pray and a plead as much as you want to. But it happens when you allow it to happen in your life. I want to travel and I want to see the world, but I'm scared to get on a plane, right? I'll never get on a plane. I don't think I can ever get on a plane. You done stopped your own. Listen, there's no place for traveling. There's no place for expansion. There's no place for exploration. You harness fear in places that exploration goes. You harness doubt in places that achievements go. You harness growth in a place that pain, or you harness pain in a place that growth goes. You harness trauma. You harvest trauma. You grow trauma in a place that evolution should be in. They will not be, things cannot be light and dark at the same time. If I'm in a dark space and I light a light, it is not dark anymore. You cannot have light and dark in the same space. They don't operate like that. You will not pull what cannot be placed. So if you're not out here living this life, and I mean living it, loving in it, making mistakes in it, falling in it, forgiving in it, creating in it. No, this is Aunt Cynthia. Hi, Aunt Cynthia. This is Auntie Emma. Say peace. So grandmother didn't leave per se, but when more people come in, then the faces go up and we see more people and we say, hi, Auntie. She makes us happy. Um, and my aunt got on. Y'all know when the big wigs get on, I just get like, discombobulated. I got some big shoes to fill, y'all. Y'all might not know, but in my family, big shoes, okay? So some of the big shoes is on, right? My mother is on, my aunties is on. Love you so much. So, ma'am, come on. We have a co-host today, even though she is doing the most. She's doing more than co-hosting today. I don't know what's happening. I love you too. But like I was saying, you're not gonna pull what you can't place. So if you are in a place where you are one beautiful, amazing Grace, stop it. If you are in a place with Mommy Mercy, okay, I need Mommy Mercy when they here participating. If you are in a place where you are saying, I'm going to go after this life thing differently. I'm going to live this life thing differently. I want to master the merge of as above, so below. There's nothing anyone's going to pay me to leave my spirit behind. There's nothing anyone is going to pay me to be content in unhappiness. There's nothing that anyone is going to offer me. There isn't a diploma or a degree that I can be given to forget about my spiritual mission on this place in this realm of life. And since I'm not going to do that, I now am going to master the merge, and I need to replace the things that do not belong so that I can make space for the things that do. Oh, I can hear you saying, Harmony, I've been trying for the last 15 years to get the partner of my dreams. I've been trying for the past 20 years to work somewhere that I can stand. I've been trying for the past year and a half to live somewhere that I'm happy with. And I'm saying that there's spaces in your life that are filled in the below standard that are not allowing you to operate in the high standard, and you can't pull what can't be placed. I don't even care if you don't see it yet. You're never going to see it if it doesn't have a place to sit at your table. So go on and move it out its way. Go on and get it out the space. Clear it up. Clean it up. Heal it up. Because what you want exists in this reality at the same time that you do. And oh, what a shame it would be for you to leave this reality existing at the same time as all of your deepest desires and you never had them. We're not doing that. We aren't doing that. We are manifesting more, and we're going to be at the door of 40 with harmony, and we are going to have such an extraordinary reality because of it. I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me for a beautiful moment of harmony. Tick, 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 tick. And I cannot wait to see you all next week. Have an extraordinary. April is doing this thing, isn't it? Thank you, April. It's a retrograde and everything, and I thought it was gonna be crazy, but oh my goodness, if it ain't been all been working out. Okay. So wait, you leaving? I thought you was gonna say some words for the people, Russell Simmons. What you got to say? Oh my gosh. She was dipping out of your. What you gotta say? Give some love. All this love. They said thank you for the moment. What you gotta say? Come on, quickly, cause you.
You're welcome.
And
Love you.
yay, love and light, and everything's gonna be all right. Okay, so they said thank you, beautiful. Okay, this is what I need everybody to do. I need everyone to go ahead and take really good care of them. Ow, I just hurt my shoulder. Talk about taking good care. Somebody better take me to the urgent. Nah, we're not gonna speak that. Take really, really good care of yourself. Like, go ahead and take good care of yourself. What if I told you that taking care of yourself pays off? Take really, really good care of yourself. And then go on out your way. Go on. After you good, after you set and you strong, I want you to go on out your way and take really good care of someone else. I love you all so much. Until next time on another Moment of Harmony, say speak beautiful, and we love you. Until
Bye-bye.
next time on another Moment of Harmony without the
Bye-bye,
co-host
Mama.
because she was tired today, y'all.